In this video, we are going to take this given equation, negative 1/3 y is equal to 7/4 minus 2/5 x, and express it in the standard form for the equation of a straight line, which is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, and then find the coefficients a, b, and c. We can easily do this by bringing the terms from on the right hand side in the given equation to the left. We can do so by adding the corresponding terms. So we add 2/5x to both sides, and then we subtract 7/4 from both sides. And once we do that, on the right hand side, note positive 7/4, negative 7/4 cancel, negative 2/5x, positive 2/5x cancel, and that gives me 0. On the left hand side, I have 2/5 x minus 1/3 y. So 2/5 x minus 1/3 y, that minus 7/4. Look, none of the terms are like terms on the left hand side, so we just write the terms. Now we have it in the standard form, which is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Our a is the coefficient of x, which is going to be 2/5, so a is going to be 2/5, and b is the coefficient of y, which is going to be negative 1/3, so it's going to be b is equal to negative 1/3, and c is the constant term, which is going to be negative 7/4. c is equal to negative 7/4. So this is what it is. However, let's say I ask the following. I kind of want you to do the following. Instead of just taking this equation as it is, express everything in this equation in terms of coefficient and constant in terms of integers. That means this coefficient converted to integer, this one to integer, and this one to integer, constant term. We can do so by looking at the denominators, which is 5, 3, and 4. And the LCD of 5, 3, and 4, 5, 3, and 4, LCD of these numbers is going to be, all these numbers are relatively prime, meaning they don't have any factors common among them except for 1. So 5 times 3 is 15, 15 times 4 is 60. So it's going to be 60. So I can take the given equation and multiply it by 60. So let's just write it out here. Now I'm going to multiply this equation both sides by 60 LCD times 60 times 60 times 60. And on the right hand side, 60 times 0 is 60, right? So we really don't need to worry about it much. 5 goes into 60 12 times, then 12 times 2 is 24. And then we have the x, 24x, minus this minus sign. 3 goes into 60 20 times, and 20 times y is going to give me 20y, minus 4 goes into 16 4 goes into 60 15 times, and 15 times 7, by the way, is 105. And on the right hand side we have 0. Now this equation exactly looks like this: ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. That tells me a is the coefficient of x, which is 24, b is the coefficient of y, which is negative 20, and c is the constant term, as you can see, which is negative 105. Note that this equation and this equation, they are equivalent equation. They are equivalent to each other. Now look, if we multiply everything by the LCD, this equation, it becomes this, and the coefficients change. So remember, I mentioned in an earlier video that the coefficients are not really unique. They can be different values. Anyhow, I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.